Okay, here's a little behind the scenes from recording an interview for the Unfolding podcast. First of all, I'm Meredith. I get to host the Unfolding. And on this day, I was in Franklin, Tennessee. Got up early, put on some mascara, which I later cried off, but I'll tell you more about that in a moment. First place I stopped was Biscuit Love. Then I followed my dear friend Chris Hauser from Franklin to Bell Buckle, Tennessee. My friend Chris and I had lunch at the Bell Buckle Cafe. Oh my goodness, it was so good. I had the meatloaf and I tried the carrot souffle, highly recommend. Then after lunch, Chris and I headed to Russ and Tori Taff's house, just down the road from the cafe. And Russ was a super host. He's such a kind guy. And that is where the really cool part of the day started, where Russ shared his story. It's a story that's already been downloaded thousands of times on the Unfolding podcast. And we talked for hours. Russ has an incredible story about how God can break the power of shame and addiction. You have to hear it. It is a very emotional story. I will admit, I think I cried more in this interview than any other one I've ever done. After the interview, Russ showed us around a little bit, including seeing a few of the awards he has won. This shelf was just covered with Grammys and Dove Awards. He's been inducted in the Gospel Music Hall of Fame 3 times. He's just so super talented. Here's a shot of me and Russ at the end of the day. As you can see, I have literally cried off every stitch of makeup, and it was so well worth it. And just really grateful to Chris Hauser for coming along and making the whole day possible. As I was backing out of the driveway that evening, I knew, I could just tell this is always going to be one of my very favorite podcast interviews I've ever done. I got stopped by the train on my way out of town, which gave me a few minutes to just reflect on how powerful our stories are. When we share the amazing things that God has done, it gives other people hope. So tell your stories. I drove away just feeling really privileged to get to hear and share these stories on The Unfolding.